Hello and welcome. This is the Beat 'em Up Wrestling AEW review of the September 9th show. This is the post all out. This is the reset that we were all waiting for. This is the show that was supposed to set everything straight, and we will get to it to see if it did, if it met our expectations.
That's a lot of that is a lot of expectations. I didn't know the bar was that high.
God, my hair's a little messed up here.
A little. Look like Randall.
Here comes Randall.
He's a berserker.
All right. Yeah, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. It starts off
boys and girls of all ages.
It starts off with Chris Jericho and an MJF promo. They are just two buds, two losers that meet each other in the parking lot. They are not happy with the fact that Orange Cassidy beat Jericho, and MJF is not happy that even though he claims to still be undefeated, he lost to Moxley. This is kind of like a playoff on that one promo where Chris Jericho was trying to see if MJF wanted to join the Dark Order, and MJF was trying to see if Jericho wanted him to
you mean
join the
Inner
Dark Order.
Circle? Inner Circle?
Yeah, the Inner Circle. I'm
sorry.
Like
you said, come on, man. Inner Circle. I'm like, Inner Circle, man.
Yeah,
Inner
Owen
Circle.
Hart.
Whatever.
Showing shirts. Yeah, this was all right.
I liked it. It was stupid. It was funny. It was like you said, like egos, they're both bruised. They're like, oh, you're heel, I'll be heel. Let's just be nice to each other. And then they walk away and a half camera shot of both of them saying an idiot. It's like, you stupid idiot. I liked it. It was a good little setup.
Yeah, it was good. Professor coming in with the Randall reference.
That movie's gold.
Yep.
Total gold.
So then we get Jurassic Express versus the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers come out with Eddie Kingston, Butcher, and the Blade.
So tell me how you really feel.
Let's see some of the comments. It was meh, quit. Hello, Mighty Migs.
What's up?
All right. I am going to.
You want to go first?
To say how I feel.
Okay.
No, you go ahead, Maria.
It wasn't that bad. Like, I've seen worse promos that were more waste of time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't hurt. It was kind of like an add-on that was just like, I thought it was kind of funny. And like, you had to figure out what pieces to pick up for MJF's character a little bit. So like, I thought they kind of like added onto it. The second promo he has adds onto it. But man, Lucha Bros, you know, they don't need nobody. They don't need any of this crap that's going on right now. Like, I like Eddie Kingston. I do like the Butcher and the Blade, but they don't need none of that. They have Gold in Mexico. They're a tag team. Everybody needs to stop forgetting that they're not a relevant tag team. And this little bickering back and forth thing, like, for real, seriously, if they were to split them up, I'd have to go on like Twitter Live or whatever type of platform to get the biggest audience, because that is the biggest heap of bullshit to try to actually split them apart. Because you don't have to split them apart for them to individually go on a singles run, as we've seen with Phoenix and AAA. Like, stop making stupid storylines. Like, you don't have a storyline for these guys. It's clearly evident at this point. You don't need Pac either, because you don't need a person using Hispanics as muscle again. Like, it's
hello,
hey,
Victor Nash. Miro Day. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm probably going to get a little bit of heat. And before I do that, I was completely into AEW, and I really was behind this company. I still feel like I am, but yeah, Mighty Migs, I agree. They are some of the best. So and Professor brings up another thing. So here it is. And I've been kind of like burning from this for a couple of weeks, and I keep on being told, oh, you just gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it. For many of you guys that have been watching us, you guys know I'm Mexican. So it kind of like, for me, it's like, it's disrespectful the way that they have been booking Lucha Brothers. Disrespectful the way they've been doing Proud and Powerful, and I'll get into Proud and Powerful in a little bit. But we're seeing what WWE is doing with the tag team division. They're breaking everybody up. The Iconics, you know, the whole Andrade and man, I can't even think of his name right now. But I'm just going in my head. Bailey and Sasha, they broke up all the teams. So here we go. Lucha Brothers are having a decent match against the Jurassic Express. This was just to push over the Jurassic Express so they could go against FTR for a non-title match next week. And if they win that, then they get a title match, which is kind of okay. But the aftermath of Rey Fenix and Penta fighting was kind of like, okay, this bullshit. They're brothers. They've been through war. They've been through so much. If you want to have them in singles, you don't need to break up Lucha Brothers. They've done that in AAA. They have singles runs and they have their tag team division. And I'm tired of this whole Eddie Kingston being the peacemaker with Butcher and the Blade. It just cheapens them. It makes them a butt of the joke. Like you said, they are just the muscle. They're the guys that are just there to fill in for spots. They're being used to push over in this part Jurassic Express. The Lucha Brothers were mega team. They were considered as one of the best teams. That's why them and the Young Bucks went on that huge battle, that war for the AAA championships. They were trying to prove who was the best team. And now the Lucha Bros are just an afterthought. They're being treated as, oh yeah, hey guys, we have the Lucha Bros. And what pisses me off,
you can talk about the Tony Khan comment.
Yeah, Tony Khan, after All Out and the media scrub, is like, oh, we're always looking for Lucha. We're always looking at Lucha because we want to get the next luchador. You have Rey Fenix. Like, Penta is an amazing freaking hardcore match guy, but you have Rey Fenix. He could be the Rey Mysterio for AEW, but no, AEW was so concerned about getting the next big luchador that they were throwing their money at Rey Mysterio just recently. They were throwing millions of dollars. It was considered one of the biggest deals that they were trying to get, was just trying to get Rey Mysterio. All respects to Rey Mysterio. He is one of the great ones, but he's close to retirement. So you're going to spend in a bunch of money to get Rey Mysterio while you have Rey Fenix, the future of Lucha, right in your own house, and you have this crappy little grab-ass storyline with him.
And not even just that, it's like you booked when, before like AEW was a thing, the BTE skit with no,
Papacan.
It was the whole bit where it was like when Kenny was spitting out his water with Ibushi, he's all like, the hardcore guy from TNA, like that was Pentagon. Then you had the ladder match, the Muerte match with the Bucks. Some of the biggest, bestest matches like that they had was with the Lucha Bros that set the tone, that set a bar. And it's like now, if we're lucky even to get a quick 10-minute, very fast, very spot fest, match. And they do spots, we get it. But it's quicker. The matches are even smaller, and it feels so haphazardly when they put them together in these matches, especially now with this huge dynamic that they have. They shouldn't. If you want to make a faction and you really want to do it, they should just literally put the Lucha Brothers, Santana Ortiz together. Make a Hispanic faction if you want to do something in that degree. Because if you want real wrestling, if you want to see what their talent is, if you want to see why we just talked about the David Arquette, why people go to Mexico to train, this is the reason why they go to Mexico to train. Okay, because of the Lucha Bros, because of them, because of Rey Mysterio, because of Cianamas, because of all those people that come out of Mexico.
New Japan always sends their future stars. All their young lions always go through Mexico because they're teaching them the respect of the art. They have such a big passion for lucha libre, and it's such a disrespect thing for Tony Khan to say, yeah, we're looking for the next big luchador when you have Penta, one of the most recognizable people in lucha libre, and you have Rey Fenix, the younger brother, who, to me, I love Penta, and I think Penta is amazing in what he does. But in the traditional lucha, Rey Fenix is superior to him.
Yeah, it's super hot, and especially with the crowd coming back. Like you had, like you don't even see this. You don't see him taking the glove back. Like the crowd's back. Like that cell that Penta had. The crowd's back. They can do that cell again. They're not even giving him that anymore. They're not even giving his moment to act like a complete asshole to the other person. Like that was the thing. It was a huge draw. Like, yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, that's our dynamic.
and let's throw in the Cubanos too. Don't forget about Diamante.
Diamante, like, hey, yo, it don't matter.
Yep.
Latinx country everywhere, just like put it all together. They got Conti. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's a faction we're fiery group of people, and they have stories. Like, let them develop their story. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're not giving a chance, and they speak English, so you don't need to worry about them speaking English.
Yep. No,
I gotta speak English. I just feel like, I'm so aggravated.
I just wanted to say what Mighty Miggs and Beth mentioned, that I get that they wanted Rey Mysterio for the name value, but at this point, do you always want to be considered WWE shadow?
Yeah. Like, we understand, like, there's not a lot of places for them to go. You know what I mean? You have to make the big decision, either go to New Japan or you go with Impact, or you take the indie route until whatever the world decides to shape up. We get that.
Yep.
And we get that there's only a few options. We get that. But at the same time, when their track record is that every ex-WWE is getting some sort of like push or getting momentum or getting a belt, it's like we also want to see people like the Lucha Bros get a belt. People like, Scorpio Sky get the TNT belt, things like that. Like, it would have been nice to see stuff.
And the reason why Rey Mysterio is a big name is because he was actually given a shot. He was given an opportunity to be the giant killer, to be the littlest big guy in the company.
But he came in with that gimmick, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if Rey Fénix is not given an opportunity to be El Animo, to be the daredevil that he is, then, I mean, you're always going to be looking towards the outside instead of building from the inside. I mean, look at MJF, for God's sakes. Even WWE's like, we slept on him.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you want to build. You want to build future stars, and bringing in talent from WWE. I'm not against it, because I get it. They have to work. They have to do all this stuff. But when you have an opportunity to actually elevate some of the talent that you have already, I just feel like it's disrespectful to the people you brought in that were there from the beginning, that trusted you, that believed in you. The Lucha Brothers already had a big name. They could have gone to WWE if they wanted to, but they trusted in AEW, and for AEW to treat them as, just like you said, the muscle to Eddie Kingston and Butcher and the Blade, or like a second thought. And I get that they were big stars when they first brought them in, when they were wrestling against the Young Bucks, but look at where they're at now.
Yeah, and like I get time is limited. But we can still go back and compare things, like how Impact treats some of the people. Yeah, I mean, like, he's getting to a point where his age.
I mean, he's But it's true. Like, okay, so they would have brought Ray. Ray already is out with an injury.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where, like I said, time is limited. Hopefully, with another show that they keep on mentioning, it's an hour. They can get things done in an hour. They really can. But once again, if you want to do things and keep something like Dark needs a title. It really does. Give some relevancy so that we can tune in, and then maybe some of these people on this show can actually get a chance to develop a story that leads to Dynamite, that leads to All Out, things like, not All Out, I mean like pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's no purpose.
Or instead of just having talent enhancement versus signed people, then that we already know who's going to win, mix it up a little bit. Maybe have one of the talent enhancements that you brought in, like Sean Dean or Will Hobbs, actually, because Will Hobbs did win, but he won against another talent enhancement. I'm saying, like, let them be a surprise. Let them beat somebody that you have signed, and then start building momentum. And then, I don't know, Tony Khan could come out and be like, hey, we've seen what you're doing here. We want to offer you a contract.
Yeah. So
do something that will get us watching, because honestly, right now, Dark doesn't get me to watch it. I just see the card and I'm like, okay, that person's winning, that person's winning, that person's winning.
Yeah.
So we move over to the Lance Archer and Jake the Snake promo. I think this was Jake going back to his element.
Yeah, I think it's because he was out of the sun. He was out of the heat. Yeah. It looked like it was filmed somewhere differently. He looked a little winded last time. So I'm glad that he looked better. He delivered a great promo, what we know Jake to do on the mic. So that was refreshing to see him back. I was a little worried. I was. The last couple of times he was outside, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe not the best place to keep Jake.
We'll get to that about the diverse talent in a little bit too. I have my thoughts on that, and
I think like there's ways to view what each promotion does better than the other and what each does as a disservice. Because like just because something looks good doesn't always mean, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, I don't know. It's hard. We'll get into it though. We'll get into it when we.
Well, I'll say one thing about that. I always crap on WWE for how they sometimes do their diverse talent, but El Legado's looking strong in NXT. Yeah, I don't like what they're doing with Andrade, but when Andrade was on NXT, they were doing really good.
Yeah.
Hurt Business is looking legitimate right now in WWE.
Yeah. But see, I feel like sometimes these things are because of a call of action.
Yeah.
When like social things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of legends that didn't need the title. Jake was.
It sucks, but yeah, he was one of those guys that had his place. You know, that then like even Hacksaw, right? I think Hacksaw won one.
He might have won in WCW.
I think. He won one specific belt, but I don't think it was ever the main one. I remember him saying something about it. I could be wrong, but I like Hacksaw, so he's one of my guys. So like just going back to like, I don't know, like I feel like sometimes diversity in WWE is only done because of the reaction to what's going on in the world to kind of like hush the fans, and it's not even doing it because they want to push the talent. So I really want to see what the Hurt Business payoff is, and I hope it's actually a good one. But things like, you know, Biggie and stuff like that, like I didn't like the fact that they were going against one of their own Hurt Business. You would think you would just put Apollo in the Hurt Business and not have your own, you know what I mean, like smashing another.
They did that with Cedric, but it was kind of weird the way they recruited Cedric. Because,
it was weird.
But now we're getting to the we're on Dynamite.
All right, okay. Anyways, Matt Hardy.
Then we get I don't even know if this was actually a promo. This was just him shooting from the heart. It felt like he wanted to respond because a lot of the criticism that was coming out towards AEW, the way they handled it, it was a very scary situation.
Yeah.
They're saying that he did not have a concussion. He just, even though like, I mean, we're not doctors, so we can't dispute that. So, but it was just scary.
His wife was not far away from him though, so let's just say that.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going straight home.
Right. But he promised that he would be back once he's better, and he is going for a belt.
Yeah.
So we're wishing that he gets speedy recovery.
Yep.
Then we get Angelico versus Orange Cassidy.
This was an easy. I thought this could have gone a little bit longer because I felt like they're kind of the same athleticism. You know what I mean? Not athleticism, but like they could have maybe performed it better. I don't know. I really like Angelico.
Yeah, Angelico is amazing with his lucha style.
Yeah. I mean, this was the obvious win for Orange. I mean, as you can tell, they're going to push him. He has a toy coming out. Kind of obvious where that's being led.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up getting a TNT title shot soon.
Something.
I don't see them putting him with the main belt, so which is going to be weird because I don't see Brody losing it anytime soon.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah. So then we get a quick Young Bucks promo where they are badasses.
Christian AF and badasses. They super kicked what's his name? Marvez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, you just
for no reason.
No reason.
Like, he just knocked on the door,
doing his job.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys are EVPs. Is this how you treat your people?
They didn't want to be bothered today. Yeah. They were like, why didn't we get to pre-record our interview like everybody else did?
Yeah.
All right, next.
Next we get Kip and Penelope. This was probably one of the most talked about segments of the night. Kip set it up on All Out that he was going to announce who the best man was. A lot of people were throwing names. I know you threw Oscar out there.
I couldn't. He had his dog out there before.
Yeah,
so I threw out his dog.
I thought he was going to say his Twitch subscribers.
Yeah.
When I messaged him, and he put a joke on that, on the fact that Puffy comes out and he's like, but you said I was the best. He's like, no, I said you were the best because you you subscribed, but not you being my best man.
No.
And then we get
Brian Pillman comes out.
Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
And he says, I said you were the best, man. This was letting Kip shine a little bit. Kip is known in the UK as a good promo, and I'm glad that they actually gave him a shot here.
Yeah.
And it's all a setup for Miro.
Miro there, Miro there, Miro there. Yeah, basically. I mean, like, the guy, a lot of people are like talking crap online, like, oh, that's why that Twitch thing happened in WWE. Oh, so are we gonna get Lana? And it's like, all right, guys, like if anybody deserved to cut a poking the bear promo to the other organization, he went through a lot. He had a lot of swerve storylines, a lot of cringe-worthy things. Brian Bill was hilarious. And then if you saw his Twitter comment, he's like, I slept on your couch for 5 days. I thought we bought, like, he was like going in on Kip on Twitter. But no, I think Miro, when he came out and he said, put the point home. I'm excited to see what they do with him. He's entertaining. He's a dummy. He's a big goofball. So I don't want him to be too straight. I'm kind of like happy it's with Kip because it's a fun dynamic. Yeah. I want the crop top for Miro. I'm gonna start that hashtag.
I could see him wearing that. He's really goofy. If you guys follow him on Twitch, he's a really fun guy to like just talk video games with. So now I wonder if they're going to be the Twitch team because
that'd be so cool.
Maybe they'll get a sponsorship from Twitch.
When he first tried to do a stream, if you guys go back, he couldn't get the echo off his first stream. And then when he was happy and he was saying, he looked like one of those shaking weights. Yeah. So he just like, it was shaking, but then he heard his echo. He's like, uh-oh, that's not good. I'm like, oh my God, you're so simple.
Yeah, he's awesome. We all wanted him to be WWE champion. So this is an opportunity for him to actually get the gold.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, as long as the storylines are good, I know there's not enough room for everybody in the roster to get a shot. But let's just see how this plays out. I'm not gonna criticize it until I see what it does. I'm happy he's with Kip. I think that's entertaining. So boom, boom, right? It's Miro Day for everybody. Best holiday ever.
Huh? We skipped on something real quick. Proud and Powerful. They came out after the Orange Cassidy match.
Really? Do we have to really mention that? They've done this is like the third match. Is the fourth match? It feels like it's the fifth match.
This is very WWE booking. This is going to be their third, right, in a couple of weeks. But this is probably going to.
I feel like they did something during like the whole pandemic when they were in that little warehouse. I feel like they've already fought like more times than just this storyline with Sue.
Remember, they were supposed to have a street match, and then
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so they're setting it up back for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, because I felt like deja vu when I heard that. I was like, didn't they have this? No.
Yeah, maybe? It never happened.
So I'm just like,
yeah, they're gonna have a parking lot match, and I predict that we're gonna see Sue somehow involved in it.
I'm like Ortiz when he came on. He was like, nah. He was like, Hangman's promos.
He's such a cowboy. Every cowboy has a sad
song. Villain said. I mean, I know, whatever. He's mad. He could be mad. He could stay mad. But Hangman's promo was the saddest thing. That he's poison. He's toxic, and it was just. It was like one of those things where, like, you're in a group of people and you feel like the odd man out. So you're trying to win their praises. You're trying to get to their level, and you're falling short, and you don't know what direction you want to go in. But at the same time, you're not even yourself.
Yeah.
So like he has this type of personality that everybody can relate to, which is really cool. I like it. But he's such a baby face. He looks so depressed. Like everybody wants. It's like, go give him candy, some chocolate, ice cream.
He's setting up to be pretty much AEW's Hiromu Takahashi's. The way that tortured soul that wants to get off from underneath the shadow of the more successful members of the group. And not to get too much into New Japan since it's AEW review, but when he finally wins that cup and the rest of the team just kind of feels like, yeah, it's okay. But he's holding on to that cup like, no, this is my baby. That's how I feel like Hangman is. Like, he had those belts, but he couldn't enjoy them because he was still under the shadow. But when he wins that singles title, and it's probably going to be when there's audience back in there, it's going to be a really feel-good moment for everybody that has been following his career.
It's going to be a real slow burn for him. Like, you guys think the Kenny one's slow? This is going to even be slower. They're going to wait. They're going to wait for it. And I'm hoping that the world turns around. But yeah.
Yeah, I hope they do a tournament. Have him shine in a tournament or something.
Yeah, definitely.
So then we get to Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss get the jobber entrance.
Yeah, we come back from commercial, and you barely hear his music play real quick. Then you hear Jericho, because of course everybody did do the 7-minute long introduction, so everybody sings along to Jericho's song. But I'm glad that Sonny had a lot of offense on here. I was surprised that Jake Hager was the one to fight him. We know Jake Hager, he kind of has a mouth, and we kind of know his point of views on fighting somebody of different orientation. Basically, what did I hear the song instantly? Yeah, it wasn't, because like I said, you never get to see Sonny actually do a couple of moves. He did, his handspring, and he did a couple of things that were really cool. But like I said, I was surprised to see Hager actually in the match, but I didn't like at the end, we kind of talked about this. So now they want to go after the tag team titles. Like, what?
Yeah. This again shows their problem with inclusivity. It's not diversity because they are diverse, but they don't have inclusivity. Sonny Kiss takes the pin. Sonny Kiss, who is a fan favorite, he is LGBT, African American, and
she does go by the pronoun she.
Oh, because she had said that
it's corrected.
Either or, yeah, okay. So she had all this momentum going, especially when she was teamed up with Joey Janela.
Yeah.
But now she's just brought out and just thrown around, used as a prop many times, like Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. I mean, yeah. And it's just kind of like, what are you guys doing? And then for Chris Jericho and Jake Hager to announce that they're going to be a tag team, it's like Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara were number one contenders in the tag team division, but you have Proud and Powerful doing all your dirty work.
I'm hoping it was just a jab to like Kenny and Hangman, because they weren't a tag team. So I hope that was just like a stupid jab and trying to. Yeah,
I don't think it was a jab.
I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, like we'll see where things play out. But like my problem with the thing about today is that Joey Janela hasn't been wearing his gear that they've been having together with Sonny. And so like, I don't know if this is kind of like a way of showing us that maybe the grouping of them together is not as strong as we think it is anymore. That maybe it's kind of like fading away, that it's not, you know what I mean? Like, because before when it was building up, they had the ring attire, they were coming out. It was just like this thing. They had their spots. And all of a sudden, it's like he's not wearing that gear. And I don't know if it's because, some people do body shame him online. They're pretty brutal. But, it's one of those things where it's just, I noticed that, and I'm noticing it more. And now after you said the whole jobber entrance, I'm like, damn. Yeah. I think this might be over.
Proud and Powerful is Santana Ortiz, formerly known as LAX.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just didn't like the treatment that the minorities got in this whole segment. Again, it's not a diversity problem; it's an inclusivity problem where it's very noticeable, and constantly we're being told, "Well, just wait. It's only been a year," but it's like it's always that's always told to minorities. Just wait your turn, and I find it kind of like. So, we'll move on from that. Then we get the MJF promo where he fires everybody and reminds Wardlow that he's the one that pays his checks.
Yeah.
So I guess Wardlow is not all elite.
He was, he's playing up the whole thing that like he brought him in as a bodyguard. Remember in that first part? I like how he kind of like puffed up, and then he got like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just like, he's like, you ain't got no friends. And then I said like, well, he has John Silver.
Yeah.
John Silver's his friend.
John Silver and Reynolds really want to be friends with Wardlow.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was quick promo. God, I just want Wardlow to punch him in the face, but that's about how I feel about that.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Then we get the Moxley talks a little bit about MJF, but then sets up for Lance Archer.
Yeah,
and I don't know if we've confirmed it or not, but I think it's going to be October 14th, Moxley versus Lance Archer in the anniversary Dynamite.
Yeah, there's a graphic that was going around, so I'm not sure if it came out officially yet, but that's about that. We got a lot of promos, and then we get into the FTR with Tully. This one was fitting. It just sucked that like most of the tag teams that were not included outside were like Lucha Bros were absent, Santana Ortiz were absent. Like I kind of wish that it would have been Private Party that would have gone in there and starts, especially since like I think it was Isaiah that actually went to get the cake and cut the cake. Like I think they should have just been like taunting them and
Yeah, we're all waiting for that Wardlow turn.
yeah, I think everybody wants that Wardlow turn. But you know what I mean? Like I kind of wish that Private Party would have gone in there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, man, I ain't here for all this. You can do whatever. I'm just here for the cake. Something ignorant started beef, like, excuse me, we're the champions, started a little thing with it. And I would have liked to see that. Because honestly, if Jurassic Express gets to push one more damn time, like, and I like them. Like, this is me liking Jungle Boy. This is me who wants to see Luchasaurus at Warrior Wrestling. So I'm a big Jurassic Express. Stop. Like, use another team. They're right there outside.
It seems like they're constantly pushing Jurassic Express and the Best Friends. Like every time like there's a cool off period for the tag team division, it seems like those are the two teams that get pushed.
And Hybrid Theory 2's there. So like they haven't really even had a match together. They're back. Oh, they had it on Dark, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my problem with the whole spot thing that they had there. So blah.
Yeah. For a division, for a company that claims that their tag team division is the best, and I mean it kind of is, they should highlight some more of their teams. I mean, you even have Serpentico and Luther on Dark. You have a bunch of teams, and for it always being Jurassic Express, it's kind of like
yeah. And I had to do mention the funniest part of that whole segment was he threw shade at CD. She was like, he's like the one guy, like he's doing the 50 plus 50 seconds, you know, like, and he had to go and throw shade at that guy. Like, come on, man. He was just out there waiting for the cake to get cut.
Yeah, that's Jurassic Express. They're always in the chase, but they never win it. So then we get to one of the funniest promos. Ricky Starks.
I enjoy this guy. So it's like, you know, when you don't have to be in a chase for something, but your personality wins you over, you could just be there. Like Sammy Guevara could just be there and be a person that you want to see. I just want to see Ricky Starks, but I want to see him on Dynamite. Like I know he's been on Dark a lot, so I'm glad he does these small promos and makes fun out of Darby.
Okay, so Moxley and Archer has been confirmed.
All right, so I don't know.
So does Archer win a belt on a regular Dynamite then?
Find out in October, and then tune in for our fallout with our roundtable discussion for the 1 year anniversary of Dynamite.
Yeah, but back to this, like Ricky Starks is just so goddamn funny.
Dude, he's hilarious. BTE, when he came out and messed up Flo's PSA, like that was some funny stuff right there. Yeah. Like I laughed so hard. She was so upset. Like, Ricky gonna mess up my whole shoot. He's like, come on.
If you guys followed him on NWA, you guys know that he could be funny and he could be deadly. He could turn it on, and I can't wait for them to actually go behind him and give him a push. But let's see. Next we got the weekly women's match.
Shut up! It was a little bit better. It was a little longer. It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes above average.
Yeah. So Tay came out emotional. So she looked very excited to be there, and you know, a little overwhelmed, which is nice, and it's humbling to see that on somebody. I thought the match was a little slow paced. I didn't like the ending.
I don't know if it was because Tay Conti was over emotional or because Nyla seemed a little slow to me.
Well, yeah, even the spots like her kick over Nyla went down too slow, and then once again it's hot. I don't know how hot it was today in Florida.
They said over 90 degrees and humid, so yeah. But Tay Conti looked good though, in spite of all that. Like she's bringing in her martial arts. So she has a bright future, I think.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about I didn't like about the ending is that when she had her in that hold, and it looked like it was hurting her to believe her to have that much power and that slam when she took her down, and then for her to be out, I'm like, you know, she was really working Nyla for a minute there, and it's one of those things again where I felt like the newer talent coming in, Tay Conti and Thunder Rosa last week, are kind of overshadowing like the AEW talent. I thought Tay Conti looked better. You know what I mean? As a newer comer, and so like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, NWA was running a promotion on YouTube. Thunder Rosa is their women's champion. Nick Aldis is their current heavyweight champion, and it's supposed to be coming back and 96 degrees in Orlando. So yeah, it was hot. So again, not the best conditions to wrestle in, but yeah, I thought when you meant you didn't like the ending, you didn't like the fact that they just kind of threw Sheeta into this, like no
Oh
thought.
no, that was like the second ending, like the after the Lord of the Rings ending, the second ending.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. It was an afterthought. It was the only reason why they did it is because all the other champions were seen on TV today. And I wanted Anna Jay to come out. Like, why did Anna Jay not come out?
it would have
Like,
made more.
we all know they're friends online. Like, if you want to try to build up something, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, because well, Nyla, they're trying to play off Nyla as like this power beast, but yeah, it really did feel like they were going through the show and they're like, oh man, we're running out of time. We didn't really plan anything for Sheeta, and we've been getting crapped on for how we treat Sheeta in the women's division. And I think originally they probably were going to have Anna Jay save her, but then they just threw Sheeta out there because it just looked like why is Sheeta out there? It just didn't make any sense. Like especially when Anna Jay's the one that offered Tay Conti the contract just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and then Tay Conti and Anna Jay came out very heelish. So I was really confused by that too. You know what I mean? When she first came out. Excuse me? You know, it's like, yeah, she's a number one contender though.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made her lose because you have Vicky Guerrero with her. You're trying to make her as a beast, but I just think that maybe Anna Jay could have interfered, protect Tay Conti a little bit, and protect Nyla, and then have a match between Nyla and Anna Jay, and like start having some more storylines being built.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Kong is injured. That's why originally I think they were going to try to build Kong versus Nyla when Nyla was champion, but then she got injured, so then they decided to give the belt to Sheeta.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as we saw with the pay-per-view, I think some of them weren't ready for the heat to be so bad at this time. Because a lot of it's different when you're doing cardio, like in your own city, your own state, in the gym, and then when you're out there and you're really performing, and the lights are on, and the heat is on, and pyro's going off, and it's just a lot to take in. You can see a lot of them are winded. And it sucks.
And Florida has a lot of that humidity to add on to it.
Yeah.
Which is why we see some of the botches. Like earlier, Jungle Boy kind of slipped off the rope, and it's dangerous.
Yeah, it is, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt.
So then we get Kenny Omega. He pretty much sets the table that he's not going to return with Hangman.
Yeah, he's kind of dead inside too. Like he wasn't like rude or anything. He was just like, when you're like over everything in life, you're just over it. You're just like, yeah, I just realized everything sucks, and I'm tired of sucking. I didn't need this. I don't need you. I don't need anybody. Like in his mind, like it was like the comments he's been in an interview, or like, you know what I mean, dealing with the idea, because he looks like he's been impatient. He looks like he's going to be around people. So I thought he was just like, oh, thank you for having me. Like he was really nice at the end, which was like super off-putting. So for me, the fact that he was super calm was off-putting. So like that's what I got from it. I'm like, he's super calm, he's too nice, he's too collective, like he gathered his thoughts, and it's almost like a period of manic before you go crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's like that calm before the storm. So like that's what I saw the promo as. That's my take.
Yeah, I thought it was really good promo too from him, and I think it's setting up for him to have the.
What? I'm just saying.
For him to set up his singles career. And then we get an announcement that Cody Rhodes is going to have an announcement after the match.
We'll keep it at that. And then we finally get in.
The main event, Dustin Rhodes versus Brody Lee for the TNT Championship. And the match was good. It was hard hitting.
Dustin I think looks like the heat doesn't bother him.
It also looks like he found the secret, and he's actually aging in reverse now.
It's like Death Becomes Her. He has the vial, and he took half of it. So he's half Bruce Willis right now in that movie. So he's not fully young. He just has the body that
Yeah.
he's not aging, and nothing phases his ass because he didn't look tired either.
No, he
Brody's
looked,
hair was already nappy and everything. He was just like, nah.
but yeah, it was a good match.
It was.
And then so Brody wins with a little bit of help from Silver, so kind of protects Dusty a little bit. I know that we have some comments. Kenny needs to head back to New Japan.
His heart's in Japan. He's
Yeah.
here. He's here metaphorically speaking. He's just like, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but
I mean, like that would have been interesting, but
Brody can't lose the belt.
no,
not
he really
this soon.
can't.
I could see Dustin building up to finally taking the belt from him though, in the future. But yeah, so Brody wins. All of the Dark Order comes out. Colt Cabana comes out with them. Brody doesn't want him there.
Yeah. Brody's like, Colt, just get away from me. Yeah, the announcements that they had. He's just Dustin's beautiful to watch. And it's that's probably why Dustin, he said, sorry, I actually put the comment up and just not stop reading it. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, like, but then it's like, there's a man outside training like Rocky, like, you know, like,
but to add to that, Thunder Rosa's from Texas too, and
she looked unfazed.
Yeah, Sheeta was looking like she was ready to like stop the match.
Drenched.
Yeah.
It looked like she took a shower outside. Like it was hot.
And Thunder Rosa was like, I could go another 10 minutes.
You know, like I was thinking it was a Hispanic blood, but then again, Dustin looks. Yeah. So there's Dustin's an oddity though. Like he didn't have as many hardcore matches or things that made his body as like beat up. Like we're saying at one time about Matt and like Mick Foley and things like that. But yeah, I could see Dustin getting some gold because he's old, but forget that he's old. He still performs hella good in the ring. He's amazing.
And if you actually look at his body, he's in better shape now than when he was younger.
I was super like I never thought, and like when we finally started going to like live events that I was actually going to see Dustin Rhodes wrestle live. He was like one of my favorites. And just seeing him live and seeing how good he is, he's amazing.
And then if you guys get a chance to meet him, he's hilarious.
He's stupid. He's stupid. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. I have the funniest pictures. He's like giving Jack the meanest looks. It's just he's a cool guy. He's a real cool guy to meet.
Really, really cool guy to go meet. So yeah, then we get to the announcement that they were teasing for the last hour. Cody Rhodes is going to be a judge for a TNT show.
I forgot. It's like America's Got Talent, but like drive-in Roadhouse type of style. All I know is that there was too many people in that shot for me to feel like it was safe.
It's just Dustin to stop the sauce.
Right? Yeah, it is different heat. Okay, it's Miro Day. Let's forget about it. That's the announcement that Cody wanted to say. He wanted to make sure everybody knew it was Miro Day. Okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be Miro Day. Next week it's gonna be Miro Day on Thursday.
No, it's tomorrow's Miro Day, and the day after that's Miro Day.
No, but
every day is Miro Day.
But I'm saying
you're like, shut up.
That show is related to AEW in the fact that it's TNT.
It makes your brain feel bad. Everybody was laughing, and I'm still like, excuse me, what? Like, I was like, is this a joke? Am I being punked? Where's Ashton Kutcher? See, you know what, Joe? I was thinking something, but since you put it out there, we'll put that up one more time. One more time. There you go.
But
shout out to Joe. He saw my face. He knew exactly what I was thinking.
But
it was so confusing. And then at first I thought he was just announcing it because on TNT and because like he was like TNT champ. They did this whole thing, you know, on the Twitter handle with Cody's picture. And then I saw him as a judge and I'm like, oh hell no. And I was like, you're a judge too? And with Snoop Dogg? I'm like, what kind of crazy shit is this? I don't have enough time in a day or brain cells to lose. Yeah. I'm not gonna be watching that. Like it was what See, if it was Creepy Carney, I would have been all there for it.
But you know what?
All there for it.
We watched David Arquette's documentary today, and we're all a little carny in the inside.
We are. If you guys have not seen that David Arquette movie, I'm going to become the biggest publicist for that. Like, I'm going to push that movie because it makes you feel all warm and fuzzy in the inside, and it makes you want to try new things. It was so good.
I'm not sure. It seems like they always take shots at WWE, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But those are having a
Those are
family.
the best ones.
Yeah, you have a family of carnies. You have the best stories.
If you could say you can relate your family to like the family from Shameless, then like that is like, I mean, you came out of it okay, right? You're here.
South Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, we're from South Chicago. We're fine. You guys are watching us.
I think.
I think we're okay. But I don't know. You guys seriously need to see that David Arquette movie.
Yeah, Jericho's always throwing WWE shade, so it probably was Jericho.
Was it Jericho?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there was somebody else. I know, like they did the Twitch thing. Like Kip had threw shade before Miro did. Oh my gosh! Like, yeah.
The top dog is Roman Reigns, and nobody's bringing down the top dog.
Wait, what?
He said, "Gotta bring down the top dog." I'm like, Roman Reigns.
No.
Yeah, I could see Lana leaving WWE soon.
No, don't. Let's not. I don't even know.
They're blaming her for the whole social media thing with the bang thing too. So
no, I don't want to think about. No, I don't think about Lana.
Yeah,
I have nothing against her. She's just a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, she was great as
the Ravishing.
The Ravishing Russian, but
yeah,
but I don't know. She's super talented. She was an actress before she joined WWE. She was a model, so wrestling doesn't always have to be her career.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the cousin versus cousin. I mean,
it's good storytelling though.
Good storytelling. I just want to see how heel Roman could possibly be. Like, I actually want to see him destroy his cousin. Like, is that horrible to say? I want him to, like, nobody liked him as a babyface. Nobody really likes him. A lot of people I know do not like him. I like Roman Reigns. So, like, if you want to be
Joe with the comment right on time.
Right on time, Joe. God. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna go heel, at least go full heel and just be the worst person possible.
Which him being heel is perfect because eventually the one that I want to get the belt from him is Big E. So hopefully WWE is like smart about that.
Oh, I would love Big E with a title.
He's overdue.
He's so overdue. Somebody get that man his flowers and his cake and his whole party. It's got an asada, everything cookout. Let's just do it. Oh no, that means it's a no. He is not the new John Cena.
Hey, John Cena made a lot of money for WWE, so saying new John Cena makes McMahon happy.
And that's a really good payday for Roman Reigns. I didn't ever respected John Cena when he was at his like peak. I really crapped out a lot of him. I was more of that guy, so but I don't know. He did a lot. Yeah, right, Biggie. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Finn Balor.
But let's just they really do.
Yeah, but the fans are fickle.
I mean, they have the "you suck" chant for Kurt Angle. They have the suck chant for Cena. I mean, once you suck, that pretty much means they love you in a weird way.
Yeah.
So they keep buying his merch. So evidently people still love him. So, but yeah, I'm just one thing is AEW needs to take notice, man. That cage match on NXT. Can we get a women's match like that on AEW?
I don't think they would put up a cage for a 5-minute match.
Oh, burn. Yeah. Ripley and Mercedes Martinez, man. Then I wonder why there's bad blood. Like, can we all just be nice? Can we just all say amazing?
But you know what? Roman took the jump that Cena never did. He went heel. So gotta respect him a little bit for that.
Yeah, and especially knowing that people were concerned that he was gone too, and the fact he came back heel, that was a hard bite to take. Roman got a lot of kids too, so like being a bad guy, It's one of those things you have to really consider doing. So, yeah, right? The NXT comment? I know. Women's wrestling really want that. But let's put it out there. Thunder Rosa, Eva Lise, they're going to put a good match on. It's going to be over 5 minutes. They will give them over in 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure that might have been in her contract.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa is not going to travel. So she's wrestling Saturday in Chicago.
That we're gonna go see. Oh,
then she's supposed
La
to.
Mera.
So Dynamite is Thursday next week, right?
They don't know yet. I think because of the NBA. I think something happened. It's not confirmed, but that's the date that they set.
So it's probably not live then, is it?
I don't know.
So if it's not live, Thunder Rosa would have to travel from Chicago on Saturday. To Wednesday, she would have to go to Jacksonville, and then Friday back to Texas for Mission Pro.
Yeah, because it's the 18th.
Yep. So she is not going to go to Jacksonville for a 5-minute match. So I'm pretty sure they're going to give her a decent amount of time.
Once again, we haven't seen Eva Lise on the sidelines since the tag match, right? Before that. Oh no, did they have a dark match? I feel like there was something after the tag match.
Yeah. I think she had a. AEW needs to actually build the women's division before they think about adding tag titles. And it's not a jab at the women they have; it's a jab at how they're booking them. Yeah.
It's going to be so amazing. It's going to be probably like. It's going
to be better than Shida versus Thunder Rosa.
It's not going to be like the match of the night because people what I wanted to say on Twitter is that I need all, and I don't like using the word stands, but everybody that loves and wants to say things passionately, like you have a promo with Kenny Omega and there's matches going on, there's things already happening, but people are still stuck on that Kenny Omega thing. And I love Kenny. Kenny's my favorite guy, probably my favorite wrestler right now. But I need you guys to channel that energy. I need you to put that love, yes, for everything, and I need you to channel it and talk about women's wrestling that passionately after the promo. Yeah, brah. You gotta keep that going. You gotta keep that little reverb. You gotta hear the echo, that chamber echo. I need everybody to put that energy toward the women's wrestling next week. Talk about it before it happens. Say the first thing on Diamond when it hits, I'm looking forward to this match. I'm looking for it. Oh my God, I can't wait to see this match. Oh my God, a couple more minutes. Like how many minutes are we going to get? We need to actually build it up because the more we talk about it, and not just for the minute it's on, the longer we talk about it, the more they're going to see we want these matches. Yep. Because I feel like Thunder Rosa is like, I'm going to fight her. I feel like that's how that worked.
And what's worst about that is AEW could have had Deonna Purrazzo, but they never reached out to her.
Yeah, so. All right, guys. That was thank you guys all for that really great chat. We went back and forth with a lot of stuff. Thank you guys for all that.
It was awesome to have some interaction. We went a little bit longer than we normally do, but it was fun. We would love to keep doing this as long as you guys keep coming back and telling us your opinions and criticizing what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong so that we can become better.
And we were trying to come back on a Friday show for Raw, like to wrap up WWE, but a lot of people didn't come on Friday. So I don't know if you guys want us to come back on Friday and do a wrap up of WWE. We don't really get a lot of views and stuff like that, but we do watch it. We do watch the promotion. I don't know. See, I'm really hoping that they give another time slot to the women on that third show. That they're talking about that's separate from Dark. They're not getting rid of Dark, so I'm really hoping that that's what it is. And apparently it was supposed to be sooner, but the pandemic, it got pushed back. But yeah, I don't know. I really think they do need at least a good amount of time for their own show. And I came back super late on Punk. My dad was trying to get me to come back, and he was just watching. I couldn't do Cena, and he's like, "No, you got to check out this guy from Chicago." And when I finally got in, awesome, thank you. I came out late to the Punk thing too, but I got to see some of his good stuff. I went back and see some of his highlights. But yeah, Punk's a good. I met him. And people have bad experiences with him. I had a good experience with CM Punk.
So, I'm Jack and she's Maria, and this is our Beat 'em Up. Is it podcast show?
Yeah, we're at Beat 'em Up WP on Twitter. Or you can also follow us with our Twitter hashtags, handles on our thing. We talk wrestling, some other stuff too, books, games,
art.
And
Jack does a lot of artwork.
we should be coming up with a round table soon too.
Yeah, it'll be the year anniversary from Dynamite. So that date that Lance Archer and Mox shortly after that weekend, we'll probably be setting up our roundtable. That was a really good discussion. Talked about all things AEW. We critiqued the hell out of the damn company. I'm surprised a lot of people watched it. So
yep.
But yeah.
Yep. So that's it for us tonight. Thank you once again for joining us, and I hope you guys have a pleasant night.
Yeah, watch David Arquette.
Yeah. we reviewed it too, so after you watch it, you guys could see our feedback on that.
Yeah, and leave a comment. We'll get to you guys on it. We really liked it. Really like to know what you guys thought of the David Arquette movie. So yeah, next time. Thank you guys. Have a good evening.